Mesdames et messieurs, ici votre commandant. Nous sommes ravis de vous accueillir ce soir pour ce voyage très spécial. La durée de notre vol sera d'1 heure durant laquelle nous allons découvrir un nouvel avion et ce qui le rend si unique. Notre destination ce soir, l'innovation. Pour le bon déroulement du vol, nous vous remercions de bien vouloir éteindre vos téléphones portables, vous installer confortablement et profiter pleinement de ce moment. L'ensemble de l'équipage est prêt et nous sommes autorisés au décollage. Bienvenue à bord et excellente soirée parmi nous. Merci d'avoir choisi de voyager avec Daher.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are delighted to welcome you on board for this very special flight. Our journey time tonight will be approximately 1 hour, during which we will introduce you to our new aircraft, its vision, and what makes it truly unique. Our destination this evening, innovation. For the duration of the flight, please switch off your mobile phones, sit back and enjoy the journey. Our entire crew is ready and we are cleared for takeoff. Welcome on board and enjoy the flight. Thank you for choosing to travel with Daher.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great privilege and my great honor to welcome you today here in Tarbes, south of France, for those who don't know. We are very excited here at Daher to have you around us all over the world to discover the new member of the TBM family. But as you know, Daher is not only an aircraft manufacturer, it is the oldest aircraft manufacturer still producing aircraft. But it's an old family-owned company, here for almost 165 years, here to last at least 165 years again, which is good for aircraft owners who want to make sure that the maintenance will be done for a long period of time. We do different stuff. Daher is now reaching above 1.8 billion euro turnover, meaning above $2 billion turnover. It is 14,000 people working hard in order to make our customers happy and proud of our products. The TBM has a special place in our heart because it's how we became an aircraft manufacturer at Daher 15 years ago. And it is a fantastic team that I would like to thank for all the efforts they've done in order to be able to present today the new member of the family. But in order to speak about the aircraft division and what they do, please help me to welcome Nicolas Chabert, CEO of the Aircraft Division. Applause, please.
Thank you, Didier. Thank you, everyone. And thank you for sharing this moment with us. Well, as you said, I still remember 2014 when we launched the first TBM of the 900 series. So it's a moment tonight. I would also like to thank you, everyone online who are going to follow us for this session. An evening like this is always special. Innovation is never just about adding features. It's about intent. It's about strategy. Most importantly, it's about people. From the very beginning of the TBM program, Avionics have always played a central role in our TBM aircraft. Each generation has brought its progress, brought more capability, more performance, more safety. So since we work together, we actually introduced a long series of airplanes. The TBM 900, the TBM 910, the 930, 940, 960, but also we added Kodiak to the line of product, Didier, if you remember. This evening, we want, after we launch in 2022, the TBM 960 that some of you, our customers, are saying, what is next? Well, this is tonight the time to talk about what is next. But before we are going to unveil this new aircraft, I'd like to share some image and remind you all with the innovation we built step by step throughout the years. Innovation is our DNA, and we'll show tonight its amazing results. Today, we live in a connected world. We're connected to our cars, our houses, our weather station. Why not to our airplanes? Our ambition is not simply to offer more to the pilot. It was to change the way the information is accessed, understood, and used, especially in the demanding operational environments. We ask ourselves a basic question. How can we make a high-performance airplane feel more intuitive, more natural, and less demanding to fly? The first time you pick an iPad, you don't read a manual. You instinctively understand how it works. You just open an app. How can we better connect to the aircraft and its technology? Well, we have me and my TBM. With the phone that I have in my hand, I can be connected to the new TBM, just behind me. So, just before we are seeing it, let me prepare a special video, and what you are about to see is not just a simple video, it's a state-of-the-art view of what aviation can offer in 2026 with our very fast, reliable, comfortable, safe, and now connected aircraft. This is why we fly differently. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the TBM 980. Reducing pilot workload has always been a priority for us at Daher. Not as an abstract concept, but because we know exactly what it means in real life. In a single pilot IFR, in busy airspace, in the weather, at night. Workload is not only about how much the pilot has to do. It's also about preserving the pilot's ability to remain focused, anticipate, and make the right decision at the right time. This is why the philosophy behind the G3000 PRIME is so important. The system was designed around a true operational flow. It anticipates needs, presents the right information at the right moment, and eliminates unnecessary steps. In many ways, it reflects how all of us interact with technology today. In many ways, it reflects how we interact with clarity, immediacy, and confidence. And that's what our team has been able to do in bringing this new cockpit to you. We're going to take a deeper dive into the innovation of the TBM 980 and overhaul with the people who worked on it. When humans work together, we can achieve amazing things. So let's hear from who have tested this airplane, what they have to say in a short video.
Depuis le début du TBM, l'avionique a été améliorée. Cette fois, on a fait un grand pas en avant dans l'interface homme-machine. Quand on monte dans l'avion, on se rend tout de suite compte que ces nouveaux écrans sont très bien designés. Mais ce qui change la vie, vraiment, c'est la manière avec laquelle on va interagir avec le système. On se retrouve dans un monde où on va pouvoir, via des applications, interagir avec les systèmes et toutes les fonctionnalités de l'avion.
Plus accessible, plus intuitif, plus structuré, plus facile, G3000 PRIME est vraiment une évolution majeure de l'interface homme-machine. C'est un outil de professionnel à la portée de tous. Pour zoomer, pour se déplacer à l'intérieur de la carte, plus de boutons, on utilise directement sa main et donc on est beaucoup plus précis et efficace. On retrouve cette même philosophie pour toutes les autres fonctionnalités comme la radiocommunication, le management du flight plan, le radar. Ce sont maintenant des applications qui sont accessibles depuis n'importe quel écran et donc beaucoup plus intuitif à utiliser.
Le cockpit devient flexible et ça change vraiment la manière d'interagir avec l'avion. Nous pouvons définir des presets de manière à ce qu'ils affichent des données nécessaires à chaque phase de vol. Et ça diminue énormément la charge de travail pour un pilote seul à bord en IFR sur un avion à haute performance.
Et bien sûr, les pilotes se posent la question, quelle est l'efficacité de mon écran tactile pendant les turbulences? Ça a fait l'objet d'une attention particulière durant le développement du G3000 PRIME. Trouver un appui est devenu relativement facile, même durant les turbulences. De manière générale, l'équipage n'est pas obligé d'utiliser le système d'une seule manière prédéfinie. Il y a beaucoup de possibilités, beaucoup de redondance, et cela met en évidence un des principes majeurs de G3000 PRIME, ça réduit la charge de travail. Et quand la charge de travail diminue, la perception de l'environnement par le pilote s'améliore grandement, ce qui bénéficie à la prise de décision et à la sécurité.
Au final, c'est l'avion qui s'adapte au pilote et non pas l'inverse. Le G3000 PRIME est un système entièrement nouveau qui va changer complètement l'expérience de vol du pilote.
Our work at Daher is to validate and certify it in real operational conditions. This is why test pilots, avionics engineers, human factor specialists, and others were deeply involved throughout the development, not just to validate performance, but to shape the experience. I'd like to welcome Guillaume Rémugy, who is our experimental test pilot, and Pierre Six, who is the flight engineer. So help me to welcome them here on the stage. Well, guys, thank you for being with us tonight, and especially congratulations on more than 100 hours of flight tests that you performed on our first prototype aircraft and then the demo aircraft. I have several questions for you, and I'd like to maybe start with you, Guillaume. What is interesting for us is, what is your biggest surprise during the test?
So the biggest surprise during these tests was a good one, obviously, and it was about touchscreens mostly. Because like many pilots, I was kind of skeptical about introducing and switching to touch screens about turbulence and in such aircraft. I was skeptical, clearly. But these fears disappeared very quickly. After a couple of hours flying this new system, it was really amazing how quickly we can adapt to this system, very much like an iPad. You really get familiar with the system really quickly. And in the end, going back to previous avionics like the previous G3000 or even G1000, I find myself trying to touch the screen, it's difficult to go back to previous avionics.
Amazing how technology can tie us up. But Pierre, so let me just ask you this question. You actually, as a flight engineer, you witness behavioral changes. And so what was the pilot's habit changes that you saw during the campaign?
Well, I first noticed a very fast learning curve of Guillaume, proving that the system was really as intuitive as an iPad, as we said previously. And then I noticed that Guillaume was starting to use extensively the new preset function to swap from one dedicated screen layout to another one within just 2 clicks. That was a very, very good improvement.
Guillaume, well, if you want to test the airplane, you also want to perform long flights. So did you perform long flights with the aircraft?
Yes, of course we did many long flights. First to test the avionics, because we wanted to expose the avionics to fairly long flights. And we flew the plane all over France on 2 different airfields to fly different approaches. So that was really route-proving testing. But also, as you may know, we had the opportunity to do long flights to test the Priest-free option. You know, the Priest is the fuel additive we had to put into the fuel system to prevent ice in the fuel. But to do this modification, we had to do significant modification into the fuel systems. And to validate this modification, we had to expose the plane to hot and humid weather conditions. So to do that, we flew to Morocco, to southern Morocco, because we don't have these conditions here in France. And so we flew the airplane to Agadir. That's a 4.5-hour duration flight. But that's a fairly long flight. And from Agadir, we did many consecutive flights, leaving the plane outside overnight, with temperatures ranging from 40 degrees on the ground to minus 50 at altitude, and with humidity from very dry condition in the desert to more than 90% humidity on the coast. So yeah, we had the opportunity to extensively test the plane, and we gained confidence into the fuel systems during these long flights.
Well, thank you. It seems that it was very busy work. I hope that you had some good tagine in Morocco and you could enjoy a little bit, the time over there.
Yes.
Pierre, how long does it take to fine-tune such a project? And in fact, I'd like to know when you think the product is ready.
Well, for the whole project, that's over 2 years. From a flight testing perspective, that's 1 year and a half, starting in summer 2024 with our development aircraft, which is over there, and then switching in summer 2025 with the pre-production aircraft we have over there. Overall, that's almost 200 flight hours and 100 flights. You think the product is ready, or you're getting it right, surely when you're getting less and less yellow marks on your flight notes, and when the post-flight debrief with the Avionics team is getting shorter and shorter. Other good cues are when you are switching the flight objectives from function-centric to using the whole system. Also, when you are starting to fly with other pilots, and when you think the transition is quite easy and you have very little negative feedback. And also when you have explored all the capabilities and pushed the improvements as far as the timelines allows.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much for your dedication. Now we would like to introduce to you another amazing connected features. Let's discover it on the screen.
Depuis son lancement en 2018, l'application Daher TBM s'est imposée comme un outil incontournable pour plus de 400 de nos opérateurs à travers le monde. Bien plus qu'un outil de suivi de vol, elle permet d'accompagner nos clients chaque jour. Que ce soit sur tablette ou sur smartphone, TBM offre un outil de consultation en ligne et hors connexion de toute la documentation TBM à jour. À travers la fonctionnalité MyDocs, vous aurez donc accès aux Pilot Information Manuals, aux Maintenance Manuals, aux Flight Information Letter, autrement dit, tout ce dont vous avez besoin à portée de main. L'application fournit également un outil puissant d'analyse post-vol avec un focus tout particulier sur les approches stabilisées. Cela soutient notre priorité absolue qui est la sécurité de nos pilotes et de leurs proches. C'est également au cœur du programme Safe Horizon, conçu pour accompagner nos pilotes et propriétaires TBM et Kodiak en leur fournissant les outils et les connaissances nécessaires à l'exploitation et la maintenance de leur avion en toute sérénité. Grâce à l'enthousiasme, à l'esprit de challenge et l'engagement sans faille de nos pilotes, c'est toute la famille TBM qui ne cesse de grandir ensemble, de se construire et de s'améliorer. Ces progrès nous inspirent à poursuivre nos efforts et à nous engager encore plus dans une démarche d'amélioration continue. Aujourd'hui, je suis très fière de vous annoncer la version 8 de l'application TBM, la fonctionnalité dont je suis convaincue va faire l'unanimité auprès de nos pilotes et le Remote Aircraft Status. Où que vous soyez, si vous avez une connexion Internet, vous pouvez vérifier l'état de votre avion, la quantité de fuel, la pression d'oxygène, le statut des databases, la localisation de votre avion et bien d'autres encore. Cette avancée est rendue possible grâce au système connecté Garmin PlaneSync via le GDL60 Datalink. Où que vous soyez, avec une connexion Internet, votre TBM 980 est toujours à portée de main. Pas magique, mais presque. Vous avez besoin de nous joindre? Rien de plus simple. Ouvrez l'application et rendez-vous sur la page Contact. Parce qu'avec un TBM, you never fly alone.
Well, we'd like to welcome you, Marie Souffet. You are the Customer and Digital Support Coordinator. Well, we all know that telephones are part of our lives, and we're connected to almost everything at any time, anywhere in the world. Since 2019, we introduced Me and My TBM app, and the TBM 980 pilots will be now able to know the state of their airplanes whenever they have an internet connection. So let me ask you the question. Is that something the customer wanted?
Yes, you know, Nicolas, all the features we provided in the app are driven by the customer needs, and they really care about our proposition. We pay attention to listen to the needs, to the feedback, to maintain this special link between the TBM family, pilots, and Daher.
Well, so, but more concrete, you know, for instance, what is one of the features they would like to see themselves?
A simple example is I receive many requests regarding the fuel quantity in the app, why this data didn't update after refueling, for instance. It's because since until now, this data was fixed, only collected at the end of the flight, and now we are entering a new dimension. We are real-time connected with the remote aircraft status, and this is a real game changer.
What is the app and what is its role in improving safety? We talk about that, but is it really something that improves safety?
Yes, sure. The Me and My TBM app is part of the Safe Horizon program, as a reminder, and it has a tool to analyze post-flight data with a special focus on stabilized approaches, which is the most critical part of a flight.
So I'd like to know how many of these pilots are on the app today?
More than half of the fleet.
More than half of the fleet. Well, thank you very much, and thank you for all of your energy to be connected with the world with Me and My TBM. So now it's probably time to get a little bit deeper in the features and our TBM 980. Let's talk to the engineers.
Le G3000 PRIME représente la dernière brique de l'EcoPilot, qui est une succession d'innovations qui a commencé par l'ESP, l'auto-de-ice, l'auto-throttle, la descente d'urgence et le home safe autoland.
Le G3000 PRIME est une innovation majeure. C'est comme utiliser pour la première fois un iPad. C'est tactile, intuitif, rapide.
Une des avancées du G3000 PRIME, c'est le lien entre les checklists et les messages d'alerte. C'est-à-dire que quand un message d'alerte va popper, la checklist va automatiquement être affichée de manière à faciliter la charge du travail du pilote. Plus besoin de chercher ou de naviguer dans les menus.
D'une perspective d'ingénieur, ce n'est pas juste de la personnalisation. C'est apporter la bonne information au bon moment. Ce dont je suis le plus fier, c'est que tous ces éléments fonctionnent ensemble pour assurer un système cohérent. Un système qui anticipe les besoins du pilote et facilite la prise de décision.
Le résultat est une interface intuitive car elle a été conçue autour de véritables flux opérationnels. Et ce résultat est le fruit d'une collaboration exceptionnelle entre les équipes de Garmin et de Daher.
Nous avons travaillé avec des ingénieurs, des spécialistes des facteurs humains, des experts de la certification, avec une équipe jeune qui se projette vers l'avenir.
Nous avons travaillé main dans la main avec un objectif commun, élever le niveau d'intégration dans cette catégorie d'avions.
Avec le G3000 PRIME sur TBM 980, nous n'avons pas juste introduit une nouvelle avionique. Nous avons construit un système qui permet de voler avec plus de confiance, plus de clarté, ce qui permet aux pilotes de se concentrer sur ce qui est le plus important, le plaisir de voler.
Well, and I would like to welcome Nicolas Trezeguet, who is our head of e-copilot automation and electrical systems at Daher. I'd like to also welcome Carl Wolf, who is Garmin Vice President Aviation Sales and Marketing. We have also Cédric Gauthier, who is the Vice President Sales and Marketing for General Aviation at Pratt & Whitney Canada. Thank you for being with us tonight. We have a strong relationship with Garmin, and innovation comes from, well, our engineers, our customers, and ideas. So I'd like to ask first to you, Nicholas, how does the G3000 PRIME brings more safety?
So it brings more safety. I mean, over the years, we have developed a lot of things that we included in the G3000 PRIME, like emergency autoland, auto throttle, these kind of things that help the pilot flying. But we add a lot of things, and now we reduce something that is workload. And this is what is essential to G3000 PRIME. One good example is the way you manage your alerts. You have the when you get an alert, you just need to hit one area of the screens, and then you have a pop-up and everything that is required to manage the alert. And you can select the checklist and then scroll around the checklist with the button. So overall, we took a lot of time working sometimes late and not counting hours and so on to be able to deliver something that saves time for the pilot. And from my opinion, time is what brings safety to TBM 980.
So let me sum up a little bit. So basically, if you have a CAS message, so the crew alert system that is popping up, a door or any kind of alert, what you're saying is before I had the choice, I could take my iPad and look at the PDF files to scroll the user manual, or I could even go with my POH, the pilot handbook, and take the procedures. What you're saying is that with these new features, you just click the screen and immediately you get, this new checklist?
That's exactly that.
Wow, that's a great feature. So that's a good example. Carl,
yes, sir.
I'd like to know, how would you describe the relationship between Daher and Garmin?
Well, fantastic in a single word, but we've been together for a long time, Nicholas, a very long time. And back when we used to call things federated avionics, you remember the GNSs and so forth, but our story continued, and in the year 2005 is when we began talking about integrated flight decks. And you'll remember, Nicholas, better than anyone, but it was NBAA of 2005 when we signed the contract for what would then become the TBM 850 with G1000.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Carl.
Of course. Thank you.
Nicholas, you and your colleagues, you talk, on behalf of the entire engineering department. What is your highlight about this program development, which led us to the TBM 980?
So of course the collaboration with Garmin teams, our team, very talented and young team that brought this product, and it is a kind of a pride to work with them. And from Garmin's perspective, one thing that allowed this long-term relationship we have with them, that they granted us access to their human factor team, which is kind of new to us because as engineers we are not so used to work with about everything psychological like human factors, and their specialists have brought us a lot of insights. So I really enjoyed this collaboration with us, being uncompromising about what we want on the TBM, and of course we needed also that they deliver. So we push them to their limits, and but at the same time ensure that they deliver.
Cédric, you're with us, and you're a long-time partner since the very beginning of the program as the provider of the PT6, now E-66XT. We unveiled the TBM 960, so that was your big happening with us. How was the implementation of the engine data through these new avionics?
So
how difficult was it?
I have to say that all this is being done quite easily. And first, I want to congratulate you on this beautiful new vintage that we have behind us. Beautiful aircraft, a lot of good work. So with the introduction, as you correctly stated, of the PT6E series, almost 4 years ago on a TBM, we fully embarked the PT6, the iconic PT6 engine family, into the digital and connected world. Our teams have been collaborating for many years, our respective teams, our engineers, our technicians, and all the people that are making sure that these products continue to deliver world-class benefits to our customers. And we simply look forward to continuing that great collaboration and to continue to innovate and push the boundaries together.
I'd like to give Carl, the last word and talk about the success of Garmin, and why is it that you guys have so many ideas? So tell us a little bit about the milestones.
Well, it's honestly a great team. Garmin has grown huge in my mind. I've been there about 24 years now, but we're now up to just over 22,000 employees, I think, and it was 1,000 something when I started, so quite a big difference, and all over the world. But it's talented people and software engineers. We have our aviation business segment is around 1,800 people, many of which has worked with the teams here to produce a product like this. So, as of now, there's nearly 1,000 TBMs with an integrated flight deck in it. And we're so proud to be here to help you announce the TBM 980. So thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. As you know, this project would not exist without the exceptional collaboration between Daher and Garmin, and I'll add, obviously, Pratt & Whitney Canada. It was a true partnership, teamwork, side by side, sharing the same goals and the same demand standards. Engineers, human factor specialists, certification experts, and pilots, many of them young, and all of them deeply committed, working together with a clear focus on the future of aviation. What makes me particularly proud is not only the technology itself, but also the coherence of the system. Every element works together with a single objective, serving the pilot to fly differently. But now with Prime, the G3000 Prime on the TBM 980, we have not simply introduced new avionics. And I would like to know if it's true, because as you all know, with AI, you can fake everything. So I would really like with DJ that we can witness if this is real. So can you just come with me, Didier, and see if we're not just faking everything and that just a TBM standards without anything? So why don't we just go and check ourselves?
And touch the plane, you know, to make sure it's real.
So maybe you can go on the passenger side, and I'm going to take the pilot side here and open up the door. My God, you know, we got Guillaume again here inside that is probably going to show you real time what he's got in the cockpit. So Guillaume, can you just give us, you know, a little demonstration live on the aircraft?
So hello again. Does it work? So here, as you can see, I have set my displays to show all the system of the aircraft. So I'm ready here to start the engine and do all the checklist after the engine start. So obviously I will not start the engine now, but let's say I have started the engine and now I want to take off and climb. I take with just 2 clicks, I'm ready to go in flight. And I have all the needed information to go in flight. I have the map, so I can use the map. I can zoom, de-zoom. I can have a flight plan, which I can modify here, straight here. I have the approach chart to have the needed information just very quickly. And as it is a preset, this information will always be at the same place all the time. It saves a lot of workload for a pilot. So here you can see I have a flight plan to fly. We are off to Paris, as you see. And let's say now I have an emergency in flight. This emergency will display in this window here, which is a CAS message. I just have to click on the CAS message area. And on the left screen, I have access to the checklist to deal with this emergency. And with this button, I can scroll into my checklist and tick all the items. And again, in high workload in an environment during an emergency, let's say we are flying alone, a single pilot IFR in weather, that saves a lot of workload and is increased safety a lot.
But Nicholas, it's not only the front of the TBM that has changed, there are also innovation here in the cabin. I see a new screen, lots of new features. What's happening here? Any clue about what we've done in the cabin, Nicholas?
There is a lot in the cabin that has changed. And as you can see in the back, there is a new screen for the passengers to connect with the rest of the plane, to select have flight information, number one. It's a little bit like in the Concorde, where you can see at what speed you can fly. I'm not sure that you can fly Mach number, but you can fly, pretty fast with the TBM. But we also have enhanced the interior, and I hope that we are going to enjoy this new delivery with the new paint scheme and the new interior layout. But maybe there is a surprise that is going to happen. I'm not so sure that we are going to connect, but in this connected world, we have sat phone, satcom capability. So here, well, what do I hear? Am I hearing something, Didier? Yeah, we have Michel on the phone, right?
Something.
Yeah, here's Michel. Hello, how are you, Michel? Can you hear us? Because we don't hear you.
We can hear you, Michel. Hi, Jan. We see you both and we hear you both.
So it seems that Michel is in flight with Ian Fries. Ian Fries has been a long-standing customer of the TBM. Been 27 years and is flying as we speak a TBM 960. Can you hear us, Michel? Where are you?
We are at flight level 240, and if you can hear me, we have a great announcement to do. Is that Dr. Fries decided to purchase a new TBM 980, and he's next to me. He's going to wave to the camera, so that's Dr. Fries. I know a lot of you knows him, but this is a great announcement for us.
So it seems that we're actually live. Is that the first that we get connected in the reveal?
I think this is first time we're doing this, Nicolas. I believe it's the first time we do a live like this from the air for a new product launch, and we are very excited to be able to do that with our friends at the factory and worldwide. I think it's the first time that we will be able to connect. We are at 24,000 above Florida in live with you in France, so it's quite very exciting.
Well, Dr. Fries, I really like to thank you very much for your business and all of these great years with us. I'm excited for you that you're getting a brand new TBM 980. I don't know which serial number is going to be yours. Maybe Michel already knows that, but I'd like to thank you very much and thank you for being connected.
So Nicolas, give you his congratulations, Dr. Fries, and we're pleased to announce you that you're going to get number 1634. Which has been decided this morning for this event. 1634 will be your plan, and I think we're going to be ready by the month of March for you.
Well,
so it's going to be a great story. Will be TBM number 6 for Dr. Fries, from the 99B model to the 850, 900, 930, 940, 960, and now the 980. So it's a great story.
6-time repeat buyer. Wow, it deserves a big applaud, a round of applause.
Dr. Fries.
And DT also send you his congratulations and his thanks everyone.
You guys have to fly safe. Thank you very much for being connected from Southern Florida all the way to France. It's amazing. This is the new world of aviation. I mean, it's incredible. As a final note.
But thank you, Nicolas.
Thank you.
Congratulations to everyone. All the best. And we're going to let you know when we land, okay?
Well, the only thing that we can share is a drink. So fly safe. Okay. Thank you, Michel. Thank you, Ian.
Enjoy the drinks. Bye-bye.
As we come to an end, I would like you to look from your left and from your right. Well, this is the two aircraft, the very first two aircraft bearing the serial number 1627 and 1628, which are ready to depart later next week to be delivered to their customers, and many to follow, which are just, on your right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you very much for being with us tonight here in Tarbes, and you connected online. And I also would like to thank you very much for your support and trust for your business. We hope that you enjoy this moment with us as we did, and we'd like to see you soon. Thank you very much.
Merci à vous tous d'être venus nous voir, Monsieur le Préfet, Mesdames et Messieurs, en vos titres et responsabilités. Je veux d'abord commencer par remercier toutes les équipes qui sont ici représentées par des ambassadeurs, par nos partenaires. Sorry, it's in French now because... donc, sans le moteur et sans l'avionique, l'avion ne serait pas ce qu'il est, sans nos pilotes fantastiques, sans nos ingénieurs, sans nos relations clients, on ne serait pas aujourd'hui en train de vous montrer, je ne vous ai pas menti, le nouveau plus bel avion du monde, qui est le TBM 980. Donc je vous demande de les applaudir très chaleureusement. Et bien sûr, l'ensemble des équipes qui ont permis que ça arrive, que ce soit toutes les équipes de la division avion, les équipes de la division aérostructure, qui permettent de faire ce très bel avion.